and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the TEAS test and how it went for me, what it looks like, and give you some tips on how to study for it and how you can succeed. So the first thing you need to know is that the TEAS test is a test of essential academic skills. So this is going to test all of your basic school knowledge from the past 12 years of your life and just really bring all of that together and make sure that you understand the basic concepts of math, science, English, etc. So the test is 3 hours and 29 minutes long. It can basically take as short of amount of time as you want it to. If you're a fast test taker and you know all the answers, then you can get through it pretty quickly. But if you need to take that time to make sure you get the correct answers, feel free to take all the time of that 3 hours and 29 minutes. So the test is made up of 4 different sections. It is reading for 64 minutes for 53 questions. Mathematics is 54 minutes and 36 questions. And science is 63 minutes and 53 questions. English and language arts is 28 minutes and 28 questions. So for that English one, you're going to have a little bit more of a time crunch, but that's okay, you can do it. There is a total of 170 questions that all combine to make 3 hours and 29 minutes. So there's 150 scored questions and 20 unscored questions. So make sure you answer each one to the best of your ability. So test day, I want to talk a little bit about what that was like for me. I registered to do an online proctored exam at home. So depending on what your school is like and what you're taking it through and who's proctoring you, you can either take it in person or online. And I chose the online option because I'm more comfortable taking an exam at home and being proctored in the comfort of my own room with my normal desk study situation. That works best for me, but do whatever you feel you'll get the best score doing. The morning of the test, I basically studied as hard as I could just to review basic things and try to calm myself down and remind myself that it was all going to be fine. I drank a lot of water and had a balanced breakfast and lunch just to make sure that I was energized and ready. I would not recommend eating a lot of sugar and all of that junk food kind of stuff the day of your test. Make sure that your blood sugar levels are balanced so you don't freak out, like caffeine and all that stuff. I would stay away from that the test day so that you don't have a spike in your energy level and get nervous, etc. right before your exam. Then after all of that stuff went on through the morning, I took my exam. I think it was at 2 p.m. and I took it for 2.5 hours. So I took mine an hour shorter than it would have had to be, but since I had gone through it that fast, it worked out totally fine. And you can, like I said, go through it at your own pace. So basically, I got onto my laptop. I had previously talked to my college and asked them what score I needed to get and how to study and all that stuff. And then I got a code from them. I logged in using that code, and then I popped up with my proctor and all of the rest of the tools that I can use for the exam. On your screen they give you a little calculator in the right hand side, at least for me that was what happened, and they also allowed me to have a piece of paper and 2 pencils. I could not have any water or snacks or go use the restroom during the test period, so make sure that you do that before you take your exam, otherwise you don't want to be not having a good time during your exam if you don't go and get some water or go to the bathroom. Yeah, so after I took it, my results popped up on the screen probably 30 seconds after I finished, and I realized I had passed, and I was super excited. And depending on where you take it or how you take it, most of the time I believe the results just pop up right after. So that was really nice to know that I had passed right after. So I would recommend doing that if you can. The materials, like I said, the materials for test day, you can have a piece of paper and 2 pencils, and your calculator will be on your screen if you're taking it online, so don't worry about that. And those were the only materials I was allowed to have: my ID and my code for getting into the exam. That was it. My desk was completely cleared, nothing on the walls, nothing, you are not allowed to have any materials during your exam, so make sure you study hard so you don't have any sort of temptation to reach over and grab something. So do your best before so that you aren't freaking out or you're scared of what your results are going to be like during your test. So I want to give you a few tips for your exam. First of all, contact your college early and make sure that you know what they want, what your minimum score is, and the score that would make you stand out and look like you're excelling in your academics. Because if you are trying to get into a nursing program, especially, you want to stand out and you want to look like you are excelling in your academics, you're going to do well in college, you're going to get good grades in college, and you just want to know what is going to make you look like you're going to excel in nursing school. So make sure you contact them early and know that minimum score. Number 2 is register on time. Don't wait until the last minute. Make sure that you look at your college dates, or at least contact the school and see if they offer the test through them or if you would have to take it through ATI online. That is super helpful. I called in 2 days before I took the exam, and I didn't know it was the only online test they offered in this semester, so that kind of freaked me out a little bit to have such short of a notice. Thankfully I had been studying, but definitely make sure you register far in advance if you can, because that will calm your nerves down. And number 3 is study hard and review the basics. So a lot of the stuff, as you're going to notice if you're studying for this, is basics. It's not extremely difficult. Some aspects of it are, just because you have to memorize so much and you're taking an exam that requires you to answer, pretty quickly, and you can't go back and look at any of your materials during the exam, so it's all based on what's in your head. So if you're good at test taking, kudos to you. I'm not the greatest at it, so that was a little bit more difficult. Number 4 is create a consistent, healthy routine prior to the exam. So if you already eat well and exercise and get a lot of sleep, great job, you won't have to worry about this step. But for those of you who don't, I would highly recommend getting a regular sleep schedule and eating well-balanced meals so that your blood sugar levels aren't spiking and you're not having to rely on caffeine during the exam time frame. It'll just really help you to keep your mind level and clear during the exam. Number 5 is just to be confident, because you've got this. You can get through this exam and have amazing results. I believe in you, and I know that even though it looks maybe hard to you, you can definitely do it, and just have peace. Don't stress about it. It'll be okay. If you want any more help or any more tips or any more information, you can look me up on Instagram at Future Nurse Caitlin Joy, and yeah, I would be happy to talk to you guys, or put up more information about this if you have any more questions. I think that's all I have for you guys, but I really hope that your nursing school journey or pre-nursing is going well for you, and I would love to get to know you guys better. And if you would like to reach out to me on my Instagram, I would be super happy to talk to you on there, or comment down below if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hey and introduce yourself. But great to see you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video.